Hey, Justin Popovich here from Best Quality PLR. Now, in the following training video, what I'd like to do is show you a very in-depth implementation of one of our PLR packages called the Champions Mindset that actually comes with three major components. It has a folder containing web content. This is PLR material that you can publish pretty much anywhere you want on the internet to drive traffic to your main websites. Then we have a secondary folder called lead capture content, and this is a pre-done, there's actually two pre-done reports and some squeeze pages that you can use to capture leads once you've driven traffic to some of your web properties. And then, of course, there's a third folder called premium content, which is the primary aspect of our PLR. This is material that you can build into your sales funnel to actually sell to your prospects, as well as it also includes some autoresponder content. Now, what I'm going to be doing is showing you a live demo of my screen, which I'll flip over to in just a minute. And as I walk through the product, you're just going to literally get a chance to see me putting a few of these pieces of this PLR into play, and it's going to give you a single scenario or a single case study of how you might want to implement a system like this. Now, I wanted to create this quick intro piece here because a lot of people come to us and ask, what are the steps to implement your PLR here that I just purchased? And it's a very difficult question to answer because we have dozens of categories of people who buy our PLR, and they use it for so many different reasons and for to accomplish different things in their business. So this is just going to give you a single look at one particular case study. But I'd like you to keep in mind that the whole idea with the PLR that you purchase from us or from anyone else really is for you to take it as a baseline, as source materials for you to then create your own products, your own offers, your own reports, things to engage with your clients. And so the main message here is to get creative and use it as a starting point and make the PLR that you purchase fit what it is you're trying to do in your business. I'm going to keep coming to that as I go through the training. So you're going to see one case study now. Again, keep your mind open. Look for other areas that you could extend this into. Maybe you'll think of something different as you go through this training. So I hope it helps you. Let's flip over now to a demo of my screen.
Okay, in order to make this training as realistic as possible, what I'm actually going to be showing you is literally my hard drive with the product sitting here on it. And I've got the actual zip file unzipped. This is called the Champions Mindset. Now, just showing you the folders is maybe a little confusing. So what I want to quickly do here is go over to a quick diagram. You'll see it says Winner Mindset. That was just a typo. It should say Champions Mindset. This diagram gives you an overview of what this product included. So if you own the product, you already know this. If you don't own this product, then you can match what we're doing here with the PLR product that you own. Now, the PLR that you own, if it's not this one, may not have all these pieces. So you'll have to pick and choose how to implement this. But this will be an end-to-end case study. So the Champion's Mindset is basically three buckets. There's a bucket of web content, which is web publishable material. There's articles and documents and slide decks and things like that. And the content in this folder can literally be published anywhere, on a blog, on a slide sharing website, on a document sharing website, an article directory. It doesn't matter. Facebook, that's all fair game. And the whole idea with that content is to allow you to reach a wider audience. And so you need to customize those articles so that they're a little bit unique to you, because there are other people who also own this PLR. And if you just literally copy and paste, then you may not be the most unique person in the world. But that doesn't take a lot of work to do that. And then what happens is you can use that material to drive traffic to a lead capture page. Now, this product included two squeeze pages, actually four, but two flavors, one video and one text for an entrepreneur-based free giveaway, and one video and text-based squeeze page for a personal excellence report / giveaway. So the second section is lead capture, so that there's squeeze pages and then there's PLR reports that you can also customize and give those reports away to build your list. That's part two. The third part is considered premium PLR content. This would be a Champion's Mindset ebook. It's a fairly large guide with lessons and exercises that teach people how to think like champions. There's also a 52-part autoresponder that keeps you in touch with any leads that you have, and you can use that autoresponder to promote both the Champion's Mindset product as well as affiliate promotions that we also include in this PLR package. So if you wanted to promote, let's say, a ClickBank product, we've given you a list of ClickBank products that might be relevant for people who have signed up to your list to get the free report, who are clearly interested in developing a champion's mindset. This could be a way for you to monetize that as well. So it's a fairly extensive implementation here. But just to keep it simple, let me quickly recap. There's going to be web content you publish online. You're going to set up a lead capture page. This is just list building. That's all it is. You're going to give away a free report as a way for them to join your list. And then once they're on your list, you're going to stay in touch through an autoresponder, and you're going to monetize your leads by offering a product for sale called the Champion's Mindset, as well as affiliate links to good products that are relevant to this audience. So when I summarize it that way, hopefully it sounds a little bit more simple. So if I go over here, this is what the product looks like. So what you'll see is that disregard this first folder here where it says welcome read first. We have three main folders that exactly correspond to this. Section 1, Section 2. These gray boxes are part of 2, and then this wider rectangle here is part 3. And you can see it there, web content, lead capture, premium, PLR, product. So in this training, what I'm going to do is literally open these folders and customize and implement all of the pieces there within. Now, the thing is, you can do this in a few different sequences and orders. So what makes the most sense to me right now for this particular training is we're going to work backwards. So what we'll do is, looking at this diagram, we will actually take the Champion's Mindset ebook and customize it a little bit, because when you get the PLR version, it's vanilla. It's created for people to have a starting point and go and customize it. So I'll just do a few little customizations just to get you started, get you thinking about it. And then we'll set up a sales page that allows us to sell the Champion's Mindset product that we're going to zip up as a PDF file. And then we're also going to implement this 52-part autoresponder in the second part. But before, that's kind of jumping ahead. So the very first thing we need to do is get this ebook and turn it into something that reflects our brand. Now, in this particular case, I'm just going to show you my existing brand here. I've got a personal development brand called Ignite Your Essence. I have a blog here, and right now I've been blogging daily, actually. And this fits well because this is a personal development / motivational style of brand. You know, selling coaching. I'll have other products for sale in the future, books for sale, and so on. So I can actually literally give you a demo using this site. And what I'll do is I'll actually create a subdirectory on this particular website that will host the Champion's Mindset product. But before we do that, let's go back over here to the PLR product. Now, I said working backwards from this diagram, we need a product for sale. So let's take the Champion's Mindset, which is right here. There's in the premium product folder, you will see folder number 3 is called the Champion's Mindset Program. This is full PLR rights, editable version of this ebook / exercise book. And it actually comes, if I show you here, it actually comes with a little 3D, there it is, little 3D set of graphics if I wanted to show it on a sales page, which we may do in a minute. I'm not sure how deep I'm going to go. I'm literally flying by the seat of my pants as I teach you this. So let's actually open. I'm on a Mac, so I'm going to open the Pages version. If you're on a PC, then you'll open the Doc version in either Office or Microsoft Office or OpenOffice. Let's open it in the Pages version for me. So here's the actual program, the Champion's Mindset, the PLR version. So it's fully editable. There's a table of contents and all the cool stuff. So I don't want to spend too much time actually doing customizations here. So let's go back to my branding site here. I'll grab my photo. So I'll copy that image, paste it in here. And I'm literally just like dreaming stuff up here, right? But I want to change it so it looks like it's presented by me. And you would want to do the same thing here. So I'll say, and ignite your essence, which is the brand I have, workbook. And then let's say I want to add a footer. It doesn't make sense there, but let's add a footer here. Okay, so I'll add my branding in there, and then that should go to the bottom of every page, which is good, right? You want that, and maybe I'll put on the right side a couple spaces with my name as well. And I mean, really what you want to do here is read through this book, maybe even change some of the wording, you know, the trait of persistence. There's a definition. There's a whole section here on why being persistent is important. You see all the particulars that go into this. There's even example exercises. Maybe you add your own suggestions in here. Maybe there's things that you do to become more persistent as an individual. I'm just realizing that needs to be centered. It just looks weird. So there we go. But you get the idea, right? Maybe at the very end of the ebook. This is often a great place to do some additional branding. So we have our conclusion, right? We've even put a spot for you to insert link to a social page or anything else that you want to promote here. Maybe you add an entirely new page with promotions to books that you have for sale, an upcoming seminar, or a web page, or a blog, or a combination. Or maybe you want to cross promote somebody else here as well. There's all kinds of opportunity for you to brand this book. So to make this as realistic as possible, let's remove that and put a little message here saying, please visit me at my blog for more motivational and mindset based teachings. Okay, that is definitely not awesome wording, but you get the idea. So now I'm just going to let's just call it let's call that the ebook, okay? Really super simple. I'm going to export this as a PDF because I don't want to be selling. You can't sell the editable version to your customers. You have to sell a non-editable version for their personal consumption. So we're going to export this as a PDF. I'm going to create I have this little champions training folder I'm using to literally create this training for you. So let's put it in there. We'll call this the Champs Mindset Ignite. Okay, we'll export that PDF. And now we actually have an ebook to sell. So if you remember, we have this premium PLR content. Now we've got something to sell. Now we don't have a way to sell it yet, right? We need a sales page that explains to people the value of this product and why they want to buy it and all that good stuff. So let's do that next, because I know you are probably struggling with that if you're here on this video. So that requires us to go back over here to the premium PLR product folder. Now again, if you're not using this exact product, you'll have to look at the PLR product that you own and find if it includes an HTML sales page with sales copy already written. This product does. Let's take a look inside of the folder. You'll see there are editable images. This is if you choose to change the actual mini site we've built for you. If you're new to this, you definitely don't want to do that because it's more than you can probably handle right now. So you would focus on the HTML folder, which includes an index file, and you can see a little preview of it there. That would be the sales page, and then some images that go with the index file. That would be, like as an example, the header that you see here. The cool thing about this is all you need to do is learn FTP, which I'm going to show you an example of in just a second. And using an FTP app, you can upload the images directory and the index.html to a folder on your website, and that page will just automatically run. You'll have a little bit of work to do in terms of getting your buy button to appear, but I'm going to show you the basics of just getting this page up and running. So what I want to do is over here on igniteyouressence.com, what I'll do is create a folder on my server called igniteyouressence.com/champions or champ mindset or something. I'm going to do that using my FTP application. It will be an empty folder, but when I upload the directory here, the images folder and the index.html file to that folder called Champions Mindset, or whatever I end up naming it, when I load igniteyouressence.com/whatever the folder name is, and I'm going to show you this, it will load the site here. Very, very simple, but if you haven't done this before, you need to watch this. So let's do that now, and I'm going to use an application on my Mac here called CyberDuck. Now this is an FTP app that lets me connect to my server. You might have to go with a different application. There are a ton of different FTP apps, but they're all going to look roughly the same. You'll have to bear with me. I just installed a new version of this, so it might act kind of finicky. So I'm just going to connect to my server. And actually, I'm going to pause my recording because you don't need to watch this. So now I'm inside of the FTP app, excuse me. It's going to be a little bit small, so seeing it on your screen might be difficult. This is just all of the different files and folders in igniteyouressence.com. So what I want to do is create a new folder, and I'm just going to do that here really quickly. You may or may not be able to see everything on screen, but it's going to be a subdirectory of igniteyouressence.com. So I'm going to call it Champs Mindset with a capital C and a capital M. Those are case sensitive, so you have to be careful. Now, it creates the folder, and now what I want to do is go into that folder right here. You can see it's empty, but now, if you remember, we've got these files, the index.html and the images folder. What I'm doing right now is not exactly how you would do it. I just want to show you this running, but we'd want to make some changes before we upload it. However, we can always re-upload later. The point here is I want to show you how this actually works. Right now, if I go to igniteyouressence.com/champs mindset with capital C and capital M, it's going to go to a forbidden page, or I don't have permission to access it. Now, if I add content in there, so I'm going to take the index.html and the images folder, and we're going to drag and drop them here into Champions Mindset. And it's going to upload that. And it looks like it's going to take actually not too bad, a few seconds. I'm going to let it run rather than pausing my video. And you can see there I've got an index.html and an images directory there. Now if I reload my site, voila, we have the Champions Mindset sales page up and running. I've actually now have a piece of web property live on the internet that I could use to sell that PDF that I just showed you how to create in the previous step. Now, it's not done, okay? This is just the initial step to get it up. If you remember, for one, we're giving you a pre-written sales letter. 9 times out of 10, I'm going to suggest that you change the copy here. We're giving you a template, but you need to change this to make sure that it reflects how you want to sell, right? We're giving you a starting point. There's still work to be done here by you. So make sure that this sales page reflects what your ebook is going to give them, especially if you've done a lot of customizations. You also see here that the Order Now button is linked to, if I click it, nothing happens. It's actually linked to just a placeholder that's inside of that HTML page. So what you'll really want to do is go back over to the index.html file that we've included, and you want to update this index.html so that the button that's on that page actually links to, as an example, your PayPal account. Now, I was originally going to leave that step out, but I think it might be helpful. I'm going to go into a PayPal account and create a sample buy button for the Champions Mindset sales page and show you how you could literally place the code on that page. So I'm going to pause the video for a second here, go into my PayPal account, and then show you the button creation process. Also, how to generate the link for the buy page itself. All right, here we are in PayPal. We're going to create a buy button. So step 1, choose a button type and enter your details. It's a buy button. The item name, we'll just call it Champs. And we'll give it an ID of 1. This stuff is arbitrary, really. The price, let's say it is 20 bucks. And we'll keep it nice and simple. We're going to leave all the other defaults. This, again, if you want to get into the details of this, you can do this later. Point of this video is to just show you how to create the buy button quickly. I do want to quickly point out step 3 here, though, that during the checkout, you can set, for example, where the customers go after they buy. So take customers to this URL when they cancel their checkout. Take customers to this URL when they finish their checkout. So I might want to say take customers to http://igniteyouressence.com/champ welcome. Now that page doesn't exist, so I'm going to have to create it. And we'll talk about that in just a minute. But that's just one way of doing it. You don't actually have to do this. And I don't do this myself. I actually use software to do a lot of this for me. I use DLGuard and I use JVZoo for some of my launches. And those systems that you will eventually integrate into your sales process will also help you with download delivery and download protection. That's way beyond the scope of this. I'm just trying to show you how to set up the PLR product to sell here. Okay, so we're going to create the button. And here's the thing you want to be careful of. It gives you a website link. This is something you can embed on the form itself, and it will look like this. What I'm going to suggest you do is grab the email code. Here is a piece of HTML that you can paste in replacement of that red button. So if I copy that, and if you remember over here, this red button right now, when I click it, it goes nowhere. We want to grab that code that I just copied. I want to paste it into that HTML page so that when people do click the red button, it actually gets them to the checkout of the PayPal purchase process. Now, how do you do that? That's also another fairly in-depth question. If you haven't edited HTML before, you'll have to learn this. Now, I'm going to use a basic text editor to do this. So I'm going to right click on the index.html file and open it with an app called Text Wrangler. Now, if you're on a PC, I don't believe Text Wrangler exists, but there's all kinds of other HTML editing tools. If you have something more complex like Dreamweaver, definitely use that. I'm just showing you this is what the HTML of that page looks like at a code level. You don't need to know much. All you need to do is search for a piece of text in here called order link with a couple of number signs on the front and the back of it. And I want to delete that out. There's some quotes there. I'm going to delete that out and paste in the actual code that PayPal gave me. Okay? And when people click the red button in this case, it will then link to that PayPal code. So I need to save that. So I'm going to do a Command S. I'm going to go back over here to the folder itself. You can see it's been updated at this current time. And now in my FTP, I'm going to re-upload that index.html file to the same folder, igniteyouressence.com/champ mindset. And it's going to ask me, do you want to override the existing file? I want to say yes, because I want the buy button, this new code, to actually take effect on that page. So now I've done that. We go back over here. I'm back at the site. And I want to go to igniteyouressence.com/champions mindset, refresh the page. Okay, I'm going to do it one more time. I don't think it refreshed there. And now when I go to the bottom, everything should look the same except when I click here. Click on it, and we wait. We patiently wait. We get to a PayPal page, and there you see, it's 20 bucks. The product's called Champs. I should have done a better job explaining it, but you get the idea here. Now somebody can actually buy this PLR product that I've customized. I've put up a sales page for it. I can start collecting payments. How cool is that? So that is the main piece of what we did over here at the very beginning, which is getting the product ready for sale. And actually, just before I do that, one thing we need to make sure we have is a download page for people that actually do decide to buy this. Let's create a page where they can get their product. Now, in the actual PLR package that we're demoing here, there isn't a download page that's included. So what I'll often suggest to people is they make a copy of the sales page and just get rid of the headline and the main text, and then change the buy button to a download button as an example. So with just a little bit of work, you can make that a download page. In my case, igniteyouressence.com is on a WordPress blog, so I can actually use a WordPress page to host my download. In this very simple example, I don't love this example because it's really just a hidden page that people could technically find, and so I'm not really protecting my product that I'm selling all that well. In a real life example, again, you'd probably want to use a system like DLGuard or a membership-based script. But again, this is just for demonstration purposes. The page in PayPal that I set to redirect people once they bought was igniteyouressence.com/champ welcome. So over here at igniteyouressence.com, I'm going to go back there so you can remember what it looks like. I'm going to log in as the WordPress administrator and create a page called Champ Welcome. So if you've never used WordPress before, you're going to have to get a little bit used to this. But my guess is you have. And let's go over here, page, add new. I'm going to call it Champ Welcome. Oops, got to make sure I spelled it correctly. And when I do that, it should automatically create this page here, permalink, igniteyouressence.com/champ welcome. That's the exact one we set in PayPal, which is great. And I have a little plugin here called Exclude Pages. This is, if you've never seen this, this might help you out a little bit. You can uncheck this so that if you're using a version of WordPress or a theme of WordPress that automatically adds your pages to the navigation, you definitely want to make sure that you do not include this, because then people can just link right from your home page to the download page. This is a very basic, very simple crude way of hiding your download page. You'll also want to maybe add an SEO plugin that lets you de-index that page. But again, this is not, I'd say, the most practical example. This is more just for demonstration purposes. So here I might want to say, thanks for your purchase. Please click here to download your program. And then I would link that to, now what I could do is I could literally upload the PDF to WordPress and have them download it there. I could upload it to another file hosting service called Amazon S3, which is much quicker. I can upload it to my FTP server. It really doesn't matter. So I'm going to leave that part up to you. You would need to have a download page, and you'd need to be able to basically distribute the PDF, or maybe you've created a zip that has more than just the Champions Mindset product. Maybe you have some other promotions in there. You maybe have some training. Maybe it looks a lot like our zip in our PLR. Feel free to model ours with the folder structure that we use and all of that. I'm going to leave it up to you to upload your product to either your FTP server, to your WordPress site, to Amazon S3, and link to the download here for your customers. All you would do at that point is publish the page, and when they buy, they would be directed here to download their purchase. That's all I want to mention at this point, because if I go any further, it's going to kind of distract from what we're trying to do with the overall demo here. Going back to the demo, we've now got a product for sale and a download page. Now what we want to do is start capturing leads so that we can introduce this product to them. And then once we have those leads captured, we can start dripping out messages in the form of an autoresponder. So first, let's set up a squeeze page and a free report that we can give away, and then we'll set up some autoresponder messages that promote both the Champions Mindset plus some affiliate products as well. So back over here in the PLR product folder, let's go into number 2, which is the lead capture section. And there's a few things that I need to do to get this whole process started. So it's a fairly large folder because we have 2 squeeze pages that are video based, 2 squeeze pages that are text based, and 2 lead generation reports. So 1 video and 1 text squeeze page per report. Now report number 1 is geared towards an entrepreneur, and report number 2 is geared towards general sort of peak performance mindset excellence type of material. So let's just grab number 1 here, which is the world-class entrepreneur report. And in the pages version here, I have an editable PLR version. Again, if you're on Windows and you're using Microsoft Office, you would just use the doc version. Now I already have the pages version open here. So you can see world-class entrepreneur, and it's basically the 5 traits of successful entrepreneurs, and there are 5 here: driving force, energy management, focus, habit, productivity, persistence. And there's some just interesting tidbits on each piece of the puzzle here. So like before, I'd probably want to, maybe add a footer with my branding. And to give you a little bit more realistic example at the end of this report, I might want to add a little headline here in bolder text that says something to the effect of, if you like this, you should check out Champions Mindset. If you enjoyed this, please take a few minutes to read my program called Champions Mindset. And then click here for details. And then what I would do is, if you remember over here at igniteyouressence.com, we had Champ Mindset. So I'll just copy that URL and make that clickable inside of my PDF here. So again, this is Mac based. So if you're not on a Mac, you'll just kind of have to follow suit. Click here for details, and then I'll just file export that to the same folder that I did before. And we'll call this one the Entrepreneur Report. And now I've got this branded freebie report that I can use to give away to people that are interested in this kind of stuff. This is my lead capture bait. I'm going to get people to opt into my list and send them this as a thank you, and then later on I can market them other material, just like I showed you. So that kind of takes care of, looking here at the PLR product, that takes care of actually creating a branded report that I can give away. But now we actually need a piece of web property, just like we did before. We need a squeeze page to let people know that we have this report to begin with. And so this is, we have 2 options. We have video squeeze and HTML squeeze. To keep it simple, I'm just going to show you the HTML squeeze page, which I'm not sure, you can get a little bit of a preview of it there. It's effectively a done-for-you image that explains a really basic summary of what they're going to get in this report, and then a place for you to put in an opt-in code. Now I've got an Aweber account, which is an autoresponder service that I use. You'll have to use whatever service you use. If you use Aweber, this example will be very near and dear to you. If not, then you'll have to kind of do your best to follow along. But much like we did before, when we went to the FTP of Ignite Your Essence, we'll need to create a folder for the squeeze page so we can upload the squeeze page contents here. So let's do that. We'll do it in two phases. One, I'll upload the squeeze page as it looks now, and then we'll update it with our opt-in box and redo it. So here is the Champions Mindset sales page. Let's create another folder on Ignite Your Essence called Champ Squeeze. Okay, so we're going to do that in our FTP app here. I'm going to pause my video and just quickly create it because I already showed you how to do this step before. Okay, so now I've got this folder called Champ Squeeze, which would be igniteyouressence.com/champ squeeze. Nothing in there now, so I'll need to drag and drop just like before, the images folder or subdirectory and the HTML file. And we'll simply drag and drop that into our FTP. You would do the same with whatever apps you're using. If this is Windows, it would be your Windows Explorer, pasting it over to your, I don't know, let's say Fire FTP or something like that. Okay, so those exist now. If I go to igniteyouressence.com and change it to Champ Squeeze, we can see a squeeze page is now uploaded. It's not ready though, right? It's got learn about the 5 dominant traits that will drastically boost your success. That sounds interesting, but they've got nowhere to actually put their name and email. This is where we would need to add code from a site like Aweber. So now I'm going to log into my Aweber account and actually create an opt-in box that I can put on this page. So I'll pause that while I log into my live Aweber account, and then I'll restart the video when I'm creating the actual opt-in form. Okay, so here I am inside of Aweber. If you're using another service, again, they'll probably have something similar where you have a list that you've built. In this case, you might want to create a new list called Champion Leads or something to that effect. And then you create a sign-up form where people can give their name and email to you. Now, Aweber happens to have a nice set of templates. So here I can pick their default one here. I'm going to make a nice simple one where it's literally just, you can see they've got a nice designer here. But I literally just want my form to have the name and the email boxes to capture. So that's what my form is going to look like. I'll save the form. Okay. And then we go to step 2. Here is where I can have a basic thank you page, which basically just looks like this. It says, you're almost done. Go check your email and confirm you do want to join this list and get the free report. That's what you can do by default. You can also get creative here and put like little one-time offers or a video thanking them. There's all kinds of stuff you can do. I'm going to keep it really super basic for now. Go to step 3 and just grab the form as it is. So when people opt in for this, they're just going to get a message saying, go to your email to confirm. And then when you confirm, we're going to send a follow-up message with the free report attached. That's going to be the process we use. So I install my form. All I'm going to do here is take this JavaScript, copy that to my clipboard. And now, if you remember, we've got the squeeze page over here from the PLR product. And just like before, if we open this in a text editor, you'll have to pick the relevant text editor for you on Windows. If you are on Windows, if you're in Mac, you can follow suit what I'm doing here. And remind me later. And here you can see that it says, add the opt-in form code from your chosen email marketing software. All you got to do is replace that little placeholder we gave you with that JavaScript from Aweber or whatever you're getting from your system. Save it. So I just did a save. And I'll close that down. And now, if we go to our FTP and re-upload that index.html that we just saved, we'll override the existing HTML because we don't want the old page to appear anymore. And if I go back to the squeeze page, which was right here, and refresh, look at that. We've now got an opt-in box. So this is nice and clean and simple. Now the problem here is that we've got the squeeze page working, and that's cool, but when they provide their name and email, we have not set up our Aweber system to actually deliver anything. So over here in Aweber, what we'd want to do at this point now is actually create a follow-up message. So all autoresponders will have this. When somebody signs up for my list, send them a message right away. So let's do that. Send them a very basic plain text message. And I'm not going to go through this whole process because I do want to, in the interest of time, this video is getting long. I just want to show you what it would look like. So thanks for signing up. Here is your download. Would be a decent subject line. And then you could just say something like, hey, first name, thanks for signing up. See attached PDF for your free report. And then I would literally use Aweber to right here, attach that PDF that I just created. I branded it. I used the PLR version. I branded it. If you remember, the very final page was a little pitch for the Champions Mindset product. I could simply attach it there, and now I have them on my list, which is awesome because they're going to get a free report. They're going to get value from that, and now I can let them know about this product that I'm selling, as well as I can start queuing up, just like I'm doing here. I can queue up messages that go for as long as a year by simply taking the PLR product. And if you remember back in folder number 3, we had this premium PLR product. We've got this 52-part autoresponder series. There's literally 52 tips. I'm going to open a very basic text version of it so you can see it here. Where'd it go? Yeah, here it is. And I can start grabbing each text message and pasting it into my Aweber day by day. So you'll notice with Aweber, I can actually say, create a follow-up series, and after day, I can say on day 1, send them the thank you. On day 2, send them this follow-up. On day 3, send them that follow-up. And all 52 have been pre-written for you here in this text file. It will be up to you. It's going to take some time. It'll be up to you to add some affiliate links, to add a little pitch or promo for your Champions Mindset. You could also go here and grab, you'll see a list of affiliate tools. In this PLR product, we've provided Amazon books and affiliate programs based on the overall principle of success methodology. You can go sign up as an affiliate for all these different products that we're suggesting to you in here and put these into your autoresponder sequence with your affiliate link. So even if they don't buy Champions Mindset, you've got the value of the asset of this list that you're building using this squeeze page, right? We've already set it up. They're joining your list, and if they don't want Champions Mindset, that's fine. Why not offer them a bunch of other stuff? You're going to give some value by delivering 52 weeks of autoresponder dripped content, all just pure value, and embedded within those, or over and above those, you can be sending promotions, which is exactly what you should be doing. That's, again, I don't want to demonstrate all of that because you're going to have to use your appropriate autoresponder system to go into this list of 52 autoresponders, pick and choose the ones you want to load. Maybe you want to load all of them, and then decide where you want to pitch, where you want to just deliver value. I'd even suggest, if you really want to do this right, create some videos of you personally on camera talking to them, because then you build a stronger relationship with your audience. So that kind of, if we go back to our diagram right here, we've now got a squeeze page with a lead capture report being given away. Anybody that's interested in learning how to become a world-class entrepreneur is probably interested in peak performance, so you can sell them the Champions Mindset. You can give them free tips in the form of this 52-part autoresponder. You can use the affiliate tools that we've given you to promote products that will pay you a commission. You can create your own products, and inside of those autoresponder messages, suggest that they buy them. And you'll be surprised, people will take action if you've captured leads correctly, right? If you've targeted people that are looking for this stuff, which you have, over time, they're probably going to be interested in one or two things that you recommend, especially if you do a good job of staying in touch with them. So that, for the most part, we've done the biggest pieces of setting up this product. The final thing would be to start driving traffic to both these pages. One would be the squeeze page, the other would be the sales page. You can set articles all over the internet. You can create infographics. That we've done a lot of that for you. You can start spreading the word of both your sales opportunity here or the freebie. And in fact, I suggest you do both. Create articles, blog posts, infographics, Facebook updates, Pinterest updates, share slideshows, and make sure that all of those pieces of content have a link back to one or the other, either your squeeze page or the sales page for your product. Or in my case, I might just want to promote my blog in general if all of this stuff is going to be under one brand. So very quickly, let's take a look at the web content folder that was included in this product. If you remember earlier, I said there's article content, there's infographic content, social media content. There's a lot of stuff that you can use to publish web publishable material all over the net. And then inside of each piece, you can include links back to those squeeze pages or the sales page that I mentioned. So we've got an audio MP3 as an example. We've got a slide deck, an article in a PDF format, so more like a report almost. So I could think off the top of my head, this would be good for a site like DocStock, document sharing website. I could take one of these documents and literally save it as a PDF, put it up on DocStock. Another one could be, I could take one of the audios and put it on SoundCloud, right? Developing your positive attitude. And in the SoundCloud description, I could say, hey, if you like this, go and check out this free report that we've got, and send them to my squeeze page. If I wanted to do the infographic. There's different color schemes, but here's an infographic. I'm going to show you a little preview of it that talks about the anatomy of a champion's mindset, and there's a space in the bottom to promote my site. Well, I could promote a short link, or I could, in some cases, turn this into a PDF and make it clickable so that it sends them to my squeeze page, right? And I can use this graphic in so many different ways to drive traffic back to either the squeeze page or the sales page. So let's actually implement one of these really simply. And I like using SoundCloud. So let's actually upload one of those free MP3s to SoundCloud. So SoundCloud.com is a great site for sharing audio, and I've already logged in here, so I'm just going to upload a file, and I'll pause this while I go and find one of the MP3s. Okay, so I'm uploading one of the MP3s called Developing a Positive Attitude. I can add a tag. So I might call this Peak Performance. I might have Attitude. Or positive attitude. I'll leave attitude just for fun. Now, in terms of the description, describe your sound, here's where I can put a little link to my site, right? I can describe the sound as igniteyouressence.com/champsqueeze. This is a sample of audio from my Champions Mindset program. Check the link for a great free report. Okay, and then I'm going to make this public. I'm going to save it. You also have the option here to share it on Facebook and Twitter and stuff like that. Not a bad idea. For now, this is a demo, so I'm not. Click Save. And now you can see that this has been saved. Here's the overall saved format of it. But if you go to your sound itself, it's actually going to auto-play here, so I'm going to pause it before it gets too loud in my ear. And now, but this is the page that other people will see. Now look at this. People can come and listen to the sound. This is its own URL on the web, SoundCloud.com/JustinPopovich / developing a positive attitude. SoundCloud is an authority site. It's got huge rankings, tons of contributors, and here is a particular sound. Just like you'd see on YouTube, I can now link to my squeeze page. There's a huge community on SoundCloud of people that like to listen to different stuff. They listen to music, but there's people that listen to spoken word. They might listen to this Developing a Positive Attitude audio and like it and go, who is this guy? What's this all about? Click the link, go to my squeeze page, and now I'm going to start getting leads, really targeted leads, because they heard an audio file that they were clearly interested in. They're probably going to be interested in this report, and more so, they're probably going to be interested in the 52 weeks of other material I'm going to be sending them. So this is a great example of how to get targeted leads towards a specific product or a specific type of content. In my case, I'm actually branding it under my personal development blog brand, igniteyouressence.com. I could change some of the branding that you see here on the squeeze page, so it has maybe my photo, maybe that report, I put more of my Ignite Your Essence branding in it. You get the idea. There's lots of flexibility here. But I hope this gives you an overall view of how you can implement a PLR. Let me flip now over to one final review of what we did here today. So just a really quick overview or a recap of what we did in this training video. I know I threw a lot at you here, and it's been a long video, but we've had a lot of requests, so I hope this has helped. So what we did, we started by taking the Champions Mindset PLR product and we customized it. We added our own branding. I suggested to actually change the wording inside of the guide. Make exercises relevant to your personal brand. What are you suggesting that your clients do, right? Build that into the product, and we created a PDF. We exported it as a PDF. That would be something that we sell to people. So in order to sell it to people, we needed a sales page and a download page. We used the templated sales page with a sales letter. We uploaded it using FTP. We then went to PayPal and actually got a button code to create a PayPal buy button, and we put that into our HTML page using a very basic HTML text editor. And then we used a WordPress download page. You could have just as easily used an HTML download page, either or. Very simple process there. And then we created the lead generation side of things. So we took the free report about world-class entrepreneurs. Again, we took the PLR version. In my case, it was Pages. In your case, it may have been Word doc on a PC or Pages, whatever. And we customized it and branded it to Ignite Your Essence. And at the very bottom of that free report, we put a little promo for the Champions Mindset product that we're selling. We, again, saved that as a PDF. So that was a report we were going to give away for free. We set up a squeeze page that gave away the free report. So the squeeze page had an opt-in box from my Aweber account. And in Aweber, we set it up so that when somebody gave us their name and email, automatically, once they confirmed that they did want to join our list, we had a little welcome message saying, "Thank you. Please see the attached PDF for your free report." We then took the autoresponder sequence that was included in the Champions Mindset PLR. There were 52 weeks of them, and I suggested that you uploaded all 52 into a series. It could drip out once a day or once a week, and you can add your own as well. And inside of that autoresponder sequence, you included promotions for the Champions Mindset product itself, maybe some of your own products and services, as well as a whole slew of affiliate programs that we included a list for inside of this product. All you need to do is go and sign up as an affiliate for the ones that you deem worthy of promoting, and put those into your autoresponder messages with your affiliate links to monetize your leads. And then finally, we took the entire folder number 1, which is all that web publishable content we created: articles, infographics, audio files, articles branded as reports, Pinterest images, Facebook images, and we plastered them all over the web with a URL linking people back to either the Champions Mindset sales page or the Champions Mindset squeeze page, and in some cases, both. In either case, we want to generate or drive targeted leads to our funnel, this little funnel that we set up. My example was using SoundCloud. Great example, because people are in SoundCloud listening to spoken word personal development material all of the time. If they like that audio, they'll see a little description in the text or in the description of my audio file saying, if you want more, click here. Sends them to the squeeze page. They can now join my list and get into my funnel. So I hope that kind of ties things together nicely for you. If you have any questions, visit us at bestqualityplr.com/contact. This has been Justin Popovich. I hope you enjoyed this and got some value from it. Most importantly, that you can put this into play.